Hey guys, it's Viktor and welcome to DIY Plywood. Many thanks for watching my first video, and as I promised, in this second part I'll show you how to make one of these boxes yourselves. So I thought I would start with quickly introducing what tools and materials I'll need. So on this side of the table I'm showing the materials, and on that side of the table I'm showing the tools. As you see, it's pretty much 99% of what I need. The 3-layer plywood, I've got a few sheets, and for the tools I'll need the frets of frame and some blades in case they tear, and they do tend to tear. I've got the ruler, I've got the brush for glue, glue for gluing, that's a hand drill. I've got a protractor in case I want to draw something on the circle and measure the angles. I've got a pair of compasses and a pencil to go with it, a clamp and a cutting table which I've made. You can see another video about that. And that's the little tool for unscrewing the frets of frame. And the reason I want to keep it that simple, a few materials and a few tools, is so that I have enough time for the things that really matter to me in life, which is friends, family, traveling, and which is why I was able to take most of that stuff when I went to Lithuania last week. So I'll now show how to make one of these boxes yourself. Let's begin.
Alright, let's look at what we will need. In fact, just 5 rectangular pieces as you can see in the image, 1 bottom and 4 sides. I will now draw these shapes on plywood. It is really helpful to draw them next to each other to reduce the amount of cutting needed. Once the shapes are on plywood, I can cut them out. This is actually very simple because there are no curves or openings, just follow the straight lines. Now that all the shapes have been cut out, I'm going to sandpaper the edges. It is not necessary, but it will make the box look much nicer and smooth to touch. So here are all the pieces laid out. I will glue them together. Firstly, take shape B, cover one of its edges with some glue, and stick shape A such that it is in line with the bottom of the shape B. Then add another shape A, and allow for some time to glue. This is really important. Now take shape D, cover it with glue around the side of the face as shown, and glue to the back of the structure. Again, as usual, after every stage, give it a few hours to glue. Then add the last piece, which is shape C, just like that. That's it. Now the outside is a little bit more interesting, as you can see. I will not take you step by step because the process is very similar. However, I will share one key insight to make things a little bit easier. As you see, since pieces must join up, if you place them by connecting the edges, they align perfectly. This is exactly how I will draw them on the piece of plywood. So this edge that I'm drawing now is one edge for 2 different pieces, which means that there will be only one line to cut out. This is what they look like once they're all ready. I will do a very quick fit test just to satisfy myself that the box will actually get together. And it does, which is wonderful. Now, just put the pieces together by first adding some glue, just as shown, and don't forget to allow for some time to glue.
I actually think that this connection detail looks quite cool. And to be honest, I could have made it much simpler, much easier. I could have just connected the straight pieces together like I did here. But I think that that connection looks really interesting. And it kind of explains why I make these models, is because when I do them, I actually relax and I concentrate at the same time on the present. And it makes me feel like I'm the designer and the maker at the same time. And I'm in charge. I see the process from the start until the end, from the drawings until it's entirely complete, and I can make some really simple, useful stuff for myself, for home, for garden, and if not, it also looks good and I can give them as a gift to my friends and loved ones. For example, this one will become a gift to my girlfriend's family, and the reason I make those videos is because I want to show that it's really simple, and I think that anybody could pick a frets of frame and a piece of plywood and you could do something like that yourselves. And it's actually not that difficult at all. You can feel like you are a maker and designer as well. You're like an engineer at your own home and you're creating some useful stuff and making gifts for your friends and loved ones. So that's it.